If you ask anyone who's ever been, they'll probably tell you that Gallifrey One is the event for Whovians. Fan-run and celebrating its 30th year in 2019, I think Gallifrey One is something that everyone should get to experience at least once. But what are some of the basics of getting into and going to Gallifrey One? As this past event in 2018 was my 5th time making the trek out to LA for Gallifrey One, I thought I might share some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years with anybody who wants to go for the first time, and maybe those of you who have been before might learn something new. Now this video is going to cover tickets, hotel rooms, and just a really quick overview of Gallifrey One itself. I am planning on making 1 or 2 other videos that go into more detail about the weekend itself, so if you have any questions about something that I don't cover in this video, please let me know and I will include it next time. Now, because you probably want to know what you're getting into, here's a really quick and simple overview of Gallifrey One itself. As you probably know or have guessed already, Gallifrey One is a Doctor Who convention that's completely fan and volunteer run that takes place in LA every February. This coming event will be the 30th one, as I have said, and will be known as 30 Years in the TARDIS, which will take place from February 15th through the 17th. Though they will also have events on February 14th, the Thursday right before, which includes karaoke and ice cream, all that sorts of fun stuff. So you're probably going to want to get there at the latest by Thursday. The guests that Gallifrey One gets are just simply put phenomenal. The fan atmosphere at the convention is just wonderful. The cosplay is so amazing. And it's just, quite simply put, my favorite pop culture focused convention that I go to every year. As I said, I'll get more into the specifics of the actual weekend in another video, but that's a pretty basic overview. Doctor Who convention in LA in February, which is amazing for people like me who live where it snows. Absolutely the most fun a Doctor Who fan can have, and I think you'd be really hard-pressed to find somebody who's been to Gallifrey One and not had an amazing time. So, first thing you need to check off your list is tickets. So again, 2019's event is Gallifrey One 30 Years in the TARDIS, which will take place from February 15th to the 17th. Tickets will go on sale April 14th at noon, I want to make sure I get this right, noon Pacific Daylight Time. I'm going to read this to make sure that I get this exactly right. Right from Gallifrey One's website, these are the ticket prices. $110 for an adult, $50 for a teenager, which they define as someone 12 to 16 years old, and $20 for a child ages 3 to 11. Keep in mind that these prices don't include any fees or whatever else that Eventbrite, the website that they sell these tickets through, may charge. But for the really packed weekend that you get, those are amazing, amazing prices. Especially because this is the first time that they've raised their prices, and only by like a little tiny bit in years. Something else to note though is that Gallifrey One only does full weekend passes. There are no single day passes for Gallifrey One. Now, I will make no promises on how quickly tickets will sell out, especially this year as it's a big anniversary year for Gallifrey One. But generally tickets will be gone in about a day. Last year it took the tickets about 25 hours to sell out. The year before was a little bit more tricky to figure out because they had some weird stuff going with the server, but as long as you are online at the time and date that I have said, which is April 14th at noon Pacific Daylight Time, I have to look to make sure I get that right again, you should be okay. They won't announce any guests before tickets go on sale. Usually that'll happen sometime in the summer. They'll start saying who the guests are, but tickets will still sell out fairly quickly. Not as quickly as some big events like San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con, but they will be gone in about a day, if not less. If you're not sure what noon Pacific Daylight Time is in your time zone, use an online converter to make sure that you're online at the right time. For instance, I know that because I'm on the east coast of the US, it will be 3 p.m. here when tickets go on sale. Again, some information right off of Gallifrey One's website, which you should check out anyways. They will be posting the link to the page the tickets will be on a few weeks in advance. I mean, we're about 2 weeks out when I'm making this video, so who knows, they might have posted it while I'm editing or shooting this video, but they will post a link, bookmark that page, and that is the page that you will go to on April 14th at noon Pacific Daylight Time to get your tickets. Now, let's say that perhaps you are watching this video after tickets have already sold out for Gallifrey One this year. Not to worry, they have a really, really great system in place that is very, very kind of them to do. Gallifrey One, amazing as they are, allows people who buy tickets for their event, who would later realize they are unable to go for whatever circumstances, to transfer those tickets to somebody who is looking to go and who was not able to purchase a ticket when they went on sale. Now, they don't facilitate the money aspect of that, and they do ask that you only sell it for what you bought it for, which is really great, but they don't facilitate that. But they will facilitate the name change and anything else that needs to happen with the tickets. And that, by the way, is completely free. What Gallifrey One will do is they'll set up a Facebook group for those who have tickets who are looking to transfer them to other people. They'll usually ask that only people who have the tickets make a post. And then once the ticket holder finds somebody to transfer their tickets to, they will contact Gallifrey One, and Gallifrey One will change the name on the ticket, and you'll be able to go. And it's a really, really nice, simple, and easy process. I've never had to look for a ticket that way, but I did have to get rid of a ticket that way because I bought 2 one year. I'm thinking that somebody might come with me, but yeah. This year, ticket transfers will officially open on December 1st and then will end at the end of January. You can probably, if this is the situation you find yourself in, you can probably look for somebody to, transfer your ticket to, or to get a ticket transferred from before then, but that's just when they'll officially start going through the process of changing the names in their database and all that stuff. Okay, so second part, you've got your tickets, and now it's time for the next who can click the fastest gauntlet. Hotel rooms. As the smallish fan-run convention that Gallifrey One is, it actually takes place on the convention level, conference level, whatever you want to call it, of the LAX Marriott Hotel. And so you could actually stay in that hotel. Maybe. Hotel rooms for the Marriott will literally go in seconds, or at the very least, that's what it's going to feel like. You'll want to be online, logged into Facebook, and on the Gallifrey One 2019 event page, not the just normal Gallifrey One page, but the event page, at the time and date that they will specify, usually in May, and be refreshing until you see that link pop up. The rate that you get through the convention is generally pretty great, and has a few good perks like free Wi-Fi. I think there's something with parking, like I think discounted parking as well at the hotel, but I don't drive to Galley, so that's not anything I've really paid much attention to, but they will have more information when it gets closer to the time for hotel reservations to open up. Like I said, for the most part, hotel reservations will open up the first week in May on a weekday, which is generally what they've done in the past. Whatever time and day they announce, make sure that you give yourself a bit of a cushion of time around that time for booking your hotel room, because once in a while, and actually usually, the hotel rooms won't open up exactly at the time that they say. Usually it's something on the Marriott's end that needs to just get straightened out real quick, but yeah, just make sure you give yourself a bit of time. If you can get into the Marriott, I highly recommend it. That's where I've stayed for the past 3 galleys, actually. It's really great for cosplayers who might want to change in the middle of the day, or if you just don't want to carry around your stuff all day, you just got to take the elevator up to your room and drop off your stuff and you're done. Plus, you get the small perk of maybe possibly running into, some of the guests, like the actual convention guests that are staying at the hotel as well, like, for instance, running into Stephen Moffat in the elevator and chatting on your way down about how you were mad at yourself for not recognizing John Simm in that mask. However, if you can't get into the Marriott, because let's face it, there's almost 4,000 people going to this thing when you include, your fellow con goers, the convention guests, and the staff that run the convention, there are other options in the area. The first option that I normally see people going with is the Hilton LAX if they don't get into the Marriott. It's about a block, maybe less of a walk from the Marriott, and it's a pretty nice hotel. I've stayed there once for Gallifrey when I did not get into the Marriott, and it's a nice hotel, and you'll probably run into quite a few other Gallifrey One convention goers there too. But like I said, there's tons of other options because it is right by the LAX airport, so you've got choices. Now, the following is a list that's right off of Gallifrey One's website that you can go check out for yourself later if you want to. Like I said, apart from the year that I stayed at the Hilton and another year that I was staying at a different hotel because I was doing other stuff in the area, so I was a bit farther away, I've somehow managed to wrangle a room at the Marriott every year that I've gone. If I knew exactly how I was able to do that, I would share that with you because I think staying at the Marriott's great. But yeah, here's the list. Crown Plaza LAX, which they say is about a 5-minute walk. It's across Airport Boulevard and a half a block down Century Boulevard. the 4 Points Sheraton. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 5-minute walk between the Marriott and the Renaissance hotels, so that's pretty close too. The Embassy Suites North LAX, also a 5-minute walk across Airport Boulevard as well, and half a block north. The Residence Inn LAX, which is a 5-minute walk across the Airport Boulevard and just around the corner. You can actually see this hotel pretty easily depending on what window you're looking out at the Marriott, so it's close. The Travelodge LAX, which is a 5 to 10 minute walk beyond the Hilton, so you're going to have a bit of a farther walk than you would if you were right at the Hilton, and next to Denny's Diner, which is nice, if you like Denny's, I guess. The Sheraton Gateway LAX, which is a 10-minute walk west toward LAX and beyond the Crowne Plaza, so again, that's going to be a bit of a farther walk for you. They also list the Westin Hotel LAX, the Holiday Inn LAX, La Quinta Inn LAX, Wingate by Wyndham LAX, but those are all by the freeway, so they're either really super long walks that you probably don't want to walk, or a taxi or an Uber or whatever else transportation you've got. So maybe not the best choice, but they're there. Now, even though I can't tell you personally what these hotels are like, I did ask some people online and they were very kind to share their experiences with some of these hotels with me. So let's do that. So Jimmy M. which says, I stayed at the Crowne Plaza about a 5-minute walk away. It was pleasant. No in-room fridge or safe though. So if you're bringing food, that might not be the best thing, or if you're worried about, valuables that you would be bringing, maybe not your best or first choice. Monica, hey, says, Residence Inn Marriott across the street, loved it, has its own kitchen with a full-size fridge, saved on buying food and alcohol at Galley. Short walk, hotel has a robot, which I think is the best thing. Tons of closet space, if I could speak. Great if you have a lot of cosplay you bring. One negative is not a lot of luggage carts, and she said that was basically because they booked the wrong Marriott. And it's a 4 to 5 minute walk. So yeah, that sounds like a great one. That sounds like it would be really, really great if you were traveling with a family, like I know Monica does, especially if maybe you're concerned about food allergies or have diet restrictions or whatever. It'd be really, really great to have a kitchen so you can make your own food. By the way, I did see video of that robot delivering something to their room. It is like the cutest thing. I was like, where were you staying where you had a robot delivering to you? Jessica Nagel, I'm really sorry if I said that wrong. She says she stayed at the 4 Points about a block behind the Marriott, cozy rooms and good breakfast and great wings at the restaurant in the lobby. Definitely better price than the food at the Marriott. So that's another thing too to keep in mind is food. Obviously, it's a theme. And then the last one is the tentative doctor who also stayed at the Renaissance. He did so for his first galley. He said it was all right. Just a lot of walking back and forth. My personal recommendation is to get a room that's close enough to walk. Even as other people have said, it would be a lot of back and forth. It is better than having to take an Uber every time you need to go get something from your hotel room or having to bring a whole ton of stuff with you to Gallifrey for the day. It's just going to be easier, especially if maybe you're a cosplayer or you're going to keep food in your room. It's just going to be easier. The nice thing is, if you're flying into LAX, most of these hotels will have a free shuttle to and from the airport. Basically what that means is you get off your plane, you go get your bags, and then you go outside, you find the right sign, I can't remember what color it is right now, and you stand there and you wait for a bus to show up with the hotel name on it, you get on, and you go. It's really nice, means you don't have to call an Uber or anything else. Sometimes there's a bit of a wait, especially because everybody's coming for Gallifrey One, so you'll be on a bus with a ton of other Doctor Who fans usually at that point, but that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, again, I can't speak for every hotel that I just listed, but I do know that the Marriott has one. I'm pretty sure the Renaissance is on that loop. I know that the Hilton has one, and you can probably check the hotels in advance just to see which ones do have that free airport shuttle. That's usually something that they'll list under amenities or whatever else. So that's pretty much the basics of the fairly early on things you need to make sure you have set for Gallifrey One. I am super, super appreciative that they do ticket sales and hotel rooms so early, because that makes planning everything else so much easier and so more exciting because you know that you're going. In the next video or two, since the more I think about it, the more there is to cover, I'll get more into stuff like the main events of Gallifrey One, ribbons, other things you can do to plan ahead to make it easier that will either make your very first Gallifrey One a complete success, or will hopefully help those who have been before to make their trip even more exciting and better. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!